Vikings fans, the Monday after the very first week of the NFL season is usually known as Overreaction Monday. If you think that all Viking fans right now are overreacting after that loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, then what I want you to tell them is, hey, calm down. I also want you to tell them to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel here. You can see the link below. It's youtube.com/Vikings today. Even if the Vikings do stink, and even if they win some games as well, we're going to keep you guys updated. News, rumors, that I can promise you. Hit that big red button that says subscribe. Let's get into the latest Minnesota Vikings news and rumors. Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And the story that I'm going to be talking about here is something that's, well, creating a little bit of buzz all over the internet. And it's around the Minnesota Vikings potentially starting the 2021 season off 0-4. The reason why we're bringing this up here is because every single year we look at each team and we break down, okay, how many times are they going to win certain games, or which games do you really count that they are going to win? Week 1 was a game that I thought Minnesota was going to take care of, up against the Cincinnati Bengals, up against Joe Burrow. And then when you really take a look at some of their tougher games that are about to happen, that's where some of these questions are starting to fly around like, oh man, could this team actually start off 0-4? And if you start 0-4 in a tough division like the NFC North, I get that the Packers lost, I get that the Bears lost, and I get that every single team right now is 0-4, but does everybody think that the Packers are going to be a bad team? No. Do people think the Bears are going to be a bad team? Maybe you guys do. I do think the Lions, though, they're going to be a bad team. But let's look at this upcoming schedule right now. You got week 2 up against the Cardinals. The Cardinals might have been one of the most impressive teams that I saw in the first week. They took care of business up against the Titans, 38-13. Kyler Murray looked like an absolute baller with 5 total touchdowns. Then week 3 up against the Seahawks. The Seahawks took care of business up against the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, they won that game 28-16. Week 4, sure, the Browns are 0-1, but they stood toe-to-toe, and I actually thought kind of outplayed Kansas City, but they lost that game 33-29. And then, okay, week 5 against the Lions, that better be a game that y'all freaking win. And then week 6 up against Carolina. Carolina with Sam Darnold, you can say what you want. He was impressive. Sure, it was against the Jets, but you got Christian McCaffrey, and I have a lot of confidence in head coach Matt Rule. So what do you guys think here? Go down in the comments. Try to predict what overall record you think this team's going to have. I'm going to say after the first 6 weeks, and you guys can yell at me. Please go ahead and do so. I always encourage it down in the comments. I am going to sit here and say, I believe after the first 6 weeks of the season, the Vikings are at best 2-4. They better beat Detroit, because if they don't beat Detroit, they could really be sitting here looking at a 0-6 start. That's not good at all, right? So what about this, y'all? I'm just the guy on screen. You're probably like, you know what, dude? You're wearing a green shirt, and this is a Viking show. And yeah, you're 100% right. So what I want you guys to do is let me know, what week will the Vikings pick up their very first win? I hate to say it. You're going to get mad at me, but I am going to go ahead and say that I believe the Vikings are going to pick up their first win week 5 up against the Detroit Lions. And that's not ripping on this team. It's just you got to look at the competition they're going up against. And Kirk Cousins, I thought, played well. I was impressed by Adam Thielen as well. But you got Kyler Murray, who had 4 touchdowns, 289 yards through the air. Sure, he had a pick, but he also had 20 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Russell Wilson was about as efficient as you could be, 18-23, 254 yards, the 4 touchdowns. If y'all don't know, the perfect quarterback rating is 158.3. And then Baker. Sure, Baker had an interception, but I'm not really worried about Baker. I'm worried about Kareem Hunt. I'm worried about Nick Chubb and that running attack. Absolutely bulldozing this Vikings team.